From comic books to live action movies, our favorite web-slinging heroes has won hearts from fans across the globe. But why do people like Spider-Man so much? Personally, I don't see the appeal and attractiveness, but I'm also not attracted to guys. But anyways, in today's video, I'm going to be going over the reasons why Spider-Man is such a likable character and break down the methods he uses to come across as charming. Stick to the end of the video because in these points, I'll be giving you specific tips on how you can become more charming and attract good vibes just like Spider-Man. The first point I want to break down is Spider-Man's quick humor and wit. If you've seen any Spider-Man movie, you probably already know that even when he's fighting, Spider-Man can crack a joke mid-fight. He's able to make light of the matter, even though these situations are pretty serious in the grand scheme of things. Like he'll be in an intense, high-stakes battle against Doc Ock during like a bank robbery or something, and Doc Ock would like throw a bag of money at him, and with his web shooter, Spider-Man would just sling the money right back and say, "Here's your change!" Like that's actually pretty impressive if you're able to think of that kind of joke while you're fighting a freaking octopus. But what I want to highlight is the effect that it gives to people around you. You see, nobody wants to be around somebody that's serious all the time. Believe it or not, people like having fun. By being able to crack a joke or two in a serious situations, it shows that you're confident in setting the tone of the matter. It alleviates any pressures people might have, and seeing you comfortable will also make the people around you more comfortable. Take a look at this interrogation scene in Spider-Man Homecoming with Donald Glover.
These guys are selling weapons that are crazy dangerous. They can't just be out on the streets. Look, if one of them can just cut Del Mar's bodega in half, imagine...
No Del Mar's.
Yeah, the best sandwich in Queens.
Subhaven's pretty good.
Well, it's too much bread.
I like bread.
Come on, man, please.
I do know where he's gonna be.
Really?
Yeah, this crazy dude I used to work with,
Spider-Man and Aaron Davis somehow turned a weapons deal conversation into a conversation about the best sandwich joint in Queens. This de-escalated the conversation and it made Aaron Davis finally open up to Spider-Man to give him information he needs. Now, even though that this was intentional, it made Spider-Man come across as a more friendly person, being able to connect on a more personal level. This shows that setting a friendlier tone will make people more at ease, and more importantly, it'll make people much more comfortable around you, since you essentially drive the conversation into creating a safe space. Before we go on to the second point, I'll tell you guys to subscribe right now. We're trying to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so if we could reach that, that would be awesome. Point 2 I like to go over is sense of style. Let's break down a few reasons why I say this. First, take a look at the newest Spider-Verse movie. I don't know about you, but I think that the costume design team didn't have to go that hard. Take a look at this rooftop party right here. Miles Morales, even though he's late, showed up in a puffer jacket with a hoodie underneath, as well as a basketball jersey layered at the bottom. Like, tell me that ain't drip, man. Just from that scene, I want to know where he got that jersey, where he thrifted it, what his Pinterest looks like. No, but in all seriousness, fashion does say a lot about a person. It's easier to get to know someone where they look presentable and that they take care of how they look. Quick nod to the Prowler Jordan 1s, which just look absolutely crazy. I'm not too sure about the fanny pack in the back, but I love the tech wear aesthetic. Now, another point I want to make about style is smooth web slinging, man. You guys might know about the Spider-Man games, and a main feature that grabbed everyone's attention was just how buttery smooth the web slinging was. Like, it just feels good to swing around the city. I don't think that the hype around that game wasn't as good as it was if the web slinging was just mediocre. Okay, well, now you may be asking, Ethan, why does this have to do anything with charm? Well, the smoothness charmed the gaming community. This backs up my point, saying being stylish is a big plus. Again, people like things that are attractive. And I'm not talking about just looks. I'm not saying you gotta look like Ryan Gosling, but attractiveness can come in other ways. People could be attracted to how you come across. People could be attracted to your style. They might be attracted to a skill you have. Maybe you're just really good at video games and people like seeing you play. Oh! So style doesn't have to be limited to looks, but you could find other ways to be stylish or attractive. Point number 3 I want to go over is the positive mindset that Spider-Man always has. Almost all the time you can see Spider-Man in a positive mood rather than a negative one. There's only like one time that I could think of Spider-Man in a negative mindset, and look where that got him. Yeah, the memes are pretty funny, but Spider-Man 3 really took Peter Parker to a dark place. Because of that negativity, you can start to notice people around Spider-Man start acting differently. Although he's enjoying himself, you probably don't want to be in a room with him for too long. Now, what does this say about him when he wasn't all emo and sad? Well, it's the exact opposite. People love Spider-Man. He's able to stay positive and see the light in situations. He focuses on the positives rather than the negatives. He's basically seeing the glass half full than half empty. Focusing on the positive things will lead to a much happier life. It brings out joy and a setting that people actually want to be around. It creates more of an inviting setting rather than a scary, closed off one. Because being positive gives off a more welcoming feeling. Like, take teachers for example. Everyone loves the teachers that are willing to open up to students and connect with them on a more personal level. Even though the students might be shy, a lot of teachers are approachable and more understanding. Now compare that to a teacher who's grouchy, moody, doesn't care about his students. Maybe his name is Mr. Long and he worked at Xavier High School. Would you want that person to be your teacher? Probably not. Point is, positivity goes a long way and it affects the people you're surrounded with. So next time you go out, keep these points in mind and be the best version of yourself. Because even though Spider-Man's a fictional character, we can learn a lot about how he is and why people look up to him in the first place. Because he's just a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. He's just cool. He's got spider riz. Thanks for watching, guys. If you want to check out the video I did about Batman and how he's a role model, check out that video right here. If you made it this far, I have to imagine you liked the video, so hit that like button and subscribe down below. And if you have any suggestions of other superheroes I should cover, comment on what you want to see next. Anyways, it's Ethan, guys, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Take care.